Fellas, LEGO has made hundreds and hundreds of Ninjago minifigures, some of which are awesome and then others are just downright crap. Like, what is this? But personally, some of my favorite Ninjago minifigures are the 10-year anniversary ones. And you may be thinking, how does a stupid teenager afford all of these heavenly objects? Because I am extremely poor, and being trained in the martial arts of, well, thievery, one might say I'm a bit of a professional. And you better believe it took me a while to steal all that money, because these minifigures go for around $650 if you want to get all their sets. And if you think those are expensive, today I'm going to be showing you 10 overpriced Ninjago products. So please do consider subscribing. Ninjago crystallized is expensive. Like, seriously, it completely broke my wallet. Like, you see people who have all the crystallized sets and you don't think how much all those cost. Like, seriously, I'm gonna be in debt for the next 5 years of my life. And where most people just get 1 or 2 of the sets, that's fine, but when you get all of them, it really adds up. It almost makes me feel bad for stealing all that money from those elderly people. Everyone knows how expensive LEGO sets are, but retired ones, they cost more than it did to ship my younger brother to China. Like, I don't hate kids or anything, but good old Jason, well. But seriously, retired sets cost a left arm. Like, would you rather get this retired set or these new sets? Well, I see why some people want the old sets, you know, because of nostalgia, and because those new ones kind of suck. But the old 2012 sets hit me hard. I really love those days of Ninjago, and the sets are so good, but if you want to get a new one, it's going to cost you dearly. So prepare your siblings for the black market, or you could get a used 2012 set and some free 10-year-old leprosy. I really don't want to get that again. Snake minifigures, especially the snake generals, are extremely expensive, one of which is Acidus. This guy's the leader of the Venomari. He goes for a whopping $40 brand new. $40! I'm not sure about you, but I'm not spending that much on a minifigure. And he's not the only snake general that's overpriced. Another snake that's overpriced is a general of the Fang Pirate. Now, I actually have this guy, and he's pretty cool. His 2 heads make him look super cool. But other than that, I don't see what makes him so expensive. I mean, this guy goes for a whopping $70 new. It's crazy to think that this little guy costs that much money. I mean, the only thing that I have that's worth more than $70 is my organs, and trust me, those are not easy to ship. But the Snake Generals aren't the only expensive minifigures. The Overlord minifigure from the Battle for Ninjago City set and rebooted, this minifigure looks amazing, but if you want him new, he'll set you back about $57. And I only have so many organs. LEGO Dimensions. Here's a quick rundown. This is a video game that would let you put your sets and minifigures into it and play with them. There was a villain who supposedly brought the most powerful villains ever to help him conquer the multiverse. Sounds familiar, right? Anyway, Ninjago had a couple sets that now cost enough money to get a real-life Superman outfit, among other things. Of course. Now the Ninjago Dimension sets had about 5, and they all cost over $30. Some of them cost over $50. Like, that's bizarre. They only come with a minifigure and a small build. I mean, look at this J one. How is this minifigure worth $70? I mean, if they can sell him for $70, I can sell my Legacy Kais for $70. And I'm gonna be rich after I sell all those. Bruh. Why? At least this set here comes with 2 minifigures, but still, it should not be that expensive. Now a quick word from our sponsor. Psych, I don't have a sponsor. Number 5. Time. Wherever you go, time will always exist. And as most of you probably know, Ninjago had a season based on time, and the villains in that season are the Time Twins, aka Crux and Ecronix. But these 2 aren't only twins, they're elemental masters. Or they were until Garmadon and Blue stole their powers to save Ninjago. But the last we've seen of them was in a short LEGO made called Golden Hour. And I think it'd be cool to see them in the next season of Ninjago following Crystallized, and as of the time of making this video, the season hasn't been released. But the minifigures for Crux and Ecronix looks really good, and there's a bunch of detail on them. Although these minifigures are so expensive, they're both individually gonna set you back $50 new. So if you want them both new, it's gonna cost you $100. And who is that kind of money? Well, yeah. More minifigures that are totally awesome but way too expensive are the DX Ninja from Season 1. These guys have such cool prints, but those prints come with a big price tag. I mean, Jay goes for $30 new and Lloyd goes for $100 new. I mean, what are these prices? I mean, do these people think that I live in a neighborhood with old people? I mean, I don't mind robbing people of their life savings, but it's gonna take so long to get that kind of money. LEGO has made some awesome characters for Ninjago, and the variety they have is always super awesome. There are so many exclusive minifigures, but in my opinion, the most exclusive Ninjago minifigures are the Toys R Us Bricktober Packs. These things have some of the coolest and most detailed minifigs ever, but now they retail for $130 and $180. I mean, I get these guys look pretty cool, but they are not worth that. I could probably make a custom that looks just as good. I'm gonna try to make this guy here. Let's see how I do.
2,000 years later.
Okay, so it's not perfect, but it's better than spending $180 for him. And I mean, he still looks pretty good. Okay, I'll admit it, the Bricktober Pack looks a little better, but this is a lot cheaper. Ninjago buildings are awesome. They're so colorful and detailed. I mean, this looks awesome, especially with that skyscraper tower thing. And in my opinion, the best part of these sets is that there's 3 of them, and it looks like they're making another one. I cannot freaking wait. But the only problem with these sets is that they are ridiculously expensive. I mean, Ninjago City goes for close to $1,000, and City Docks goes for around $750. I think the only one that isn't skyrocketed overpriced is City Gardens, and I mean, it's still $350. Now, don't get me wrong, these sets are awesome, and in my opinion, some of the best Ninjago sets ever, but they are extremely expensive. Expensive minifigures are a reoccurring theme, and that's not stopping now. Like, there's some really expensive minifigures. We're not even gonna talk about that. But some really expensive minifigures LEGO has made is the NRG Minifigs. Mainly Jay. If you want to get this guy new, the cheapest I could find him for was $72. Like, how? For the number 10, the last spot, probably the most expensive Ninjago product ever made, it's Wooden Woo. There's only 2 of these on the entire world, and they're worth $100,000. So by far, the most expensive Ninjago product. Subscribe.